put it over on our RAZZ the Documentary Facebook group. So we're live now, just so you know.
Okay.
But I have to put it on our RAZZ the Documentary. There we go. Share. Group. There it is. Posting. All right. let me go check the RAZZ the Documentary group place first. Make sure we're on there indeed. Facebook. Where is that? There it is. Come on now, get out of my way. Get the heck out of my way. Let's see. Yes, we are. We are live on RAZZ the Documentary Facebook here. Facebook group.
Okay.
Jeff, what's going on? How you doing?
Hi, Ricky. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. How you doing?
Okay. Nice
You're down in Silver Spring. Yep.
It's a rainy day. Guess it's better than a snowy day, although it's...
Yeah, it snowed up here a little bit. So...
Well, it's overcast, and but we've got a bright thing to announce. We've got something bright and exciting.
We do have something exciting for our RAZZ the Documentary Facebook group and anybody else that's on YouTube or whatever that's watching. We have an announcement. Now, we already told you to save the date, right? Didn't we tell them that already, Jeff?
Yes, we did. And I'm sure people could draw their own conclusions from that. And now we're here to...
I hope they can.
Right.
I hope they can. So we didn't, but all we said was save the date. That's all we said. April the 29th, right. So far.
Right.
Now we're saying RAZZ the Documentary Director's Cut at AFI Theater.
On Saturday, April 29th.
On Saturday, yes, April 29th.
We've announced it. Well, it's now public. It's now, in fact, tickets are even available if anybody's inclined to want to buy one in advance. We're very grateful that the AFI is agreeing to host what we are calling the Director's Cut for RAZZ the Documentary.
Absolutely.
Because that's exactly what it's going to be. We're starting with the Director's Cut.
We are starting with the Director's Cut. And why is that?
Well, it's because we certainly want to share as much we can with the fans and the people who want to see and hear and enjoy a story of the band RAZZ, who we've been working to bring forward. I mean, a lot of times your premiere screening is edited, cut,
yes,
cut down stories are left out, or things are basically condensed for a theatrical screening. But we'd like to do it a little differently. We're not talking a 7-hour director's cut, but we are going to show something that's a little longer. I mean, when we're watching this, when we're editing, we're like, we're enjoying what we've collected and what we're sharing and what we're working with. And, it's hard to want to decide on what to cut out. So we kind of had this brainstorm. Let's show everything.
Absolutely. Or at least, well, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. We were sitting there saying, well, fans would like to see this, even though it's maybe not part of a direct narrative. If we did a 90-minute version, it might not make it to there, but fans would like to see this. So rather than, doing 2 documentaries or doing, outtakes, we're putting it all together in a director's cut. We are doing the director's cut first showing.
Right. And I think it will be a lot of fun. I think it will be interesting and a great night to, share and experience that story.
Absolutely. So here it is. It's live on the AFI Silver Theater's website. And you can read all the description. And look at the runtime, Jeff. 180 minutes. That's 3 hours.
That is 3 hours. It's like Ben-Hur or the Ten Commandments.
That is so funny that you said that. I think Ben-Hur was the first movie that I saw at the Silver Theater when I was a little kid.
Really?
And it was as a young kid, I was in grade school. It was very traumatizing. You know, the chariot scenes, because they were pretty brutal. The guy was beat up pretty well, you know, and the crashes and everything. And I remember being a young kid and saying, man, I don't know, I should be watching this. But that's funny because I grew up in Silver Spring and I used to go to the Silver Theater all the time. And now I'm returning to the Silver Theater to see RAZZ, the documentary, on April the 29th.
And also a 3-hour film.
3 hours.
Let's just say it's probably not going to be 3 hours, but it's going to be a block of time that we can basically screen. Maybe, you know, who knows, have an intermission. Imagine that.
No,
but it's going to be like I think what we've got is something that we are eager to share. A chunk of time. We're very grateful. We're very grateful that AFI is letting us do this. Thank you. It's actually part of a series of rock related docs that I've helped arrange and put together, and beginning with a curated Fugazi screening of material of showing their in performance. It's like kind of a curated, it's rather a collection of crowdsourced material that's on the schedule as well at AFI. And then there's a shorts program, and we'll be able to, maybe we'll share the flyer, or at least share the links for these other screenings. But the idea, you know, we've got, it's a 3-part series, and Fugazi is beginning and RAZZ is at the end, and then shorts is in the middle, related, but it's all going to be local rock related, music related screenings.
Absolutely.
And,
so when we did our first, the only showing we've ever done before, it was at what was it, a library? What was that? We did it in D.C.?
It was called the D.C. Music Salon.
Music Salon. So I remember one of the things that Reedy said. Michael Reedy was there in the back, and he was saying they're going to wait. He was saying they're going to wait till I'm dead before they show it. Michael, you're wrong. We're going to show it now.
We're showing it. It's I kind of was my head mulling over the time frame, and it's only 3 months away. We've been getting, is that right?
Yes. Yes.
But anyway, we have been working, Richard and I have been working on this, and there's some, more work to do, but I've always been most productive, shall we say, when I have a deadline, when I have a bullseye, when I have something scheduled, and that's worked out, I think, well for us here. And it's also, it's a neat chance to, bring this to people who've been very patiently waiting. And,
we have 300. How many people we have in our Facebook group? We have 365 people in the RAZZ, the documentary Facebook group. So that's a lot for a group for a RAZZ local group. But that's not the only people. There's other people outside of Facebook that will be interested in this documentary. So right now we're broadcasting on RAZZ, the documentary, and we're also broadcasting on my Richard Taylor TV YouTube channel for people that might not be on Facebook. But we, as the directors and the producers, wanted to bring this to the group because you guys have been here all along for the last years. You've been patient. And, you didn't bug us too much about when we're going to show the doc. Well, here it is. It's here. It's here. It's going to be 90 days. What's today? What is today? 25th. So a little over 90 days.
Yeah. Don't, we've got work to do, but I think it'll be it's going to be fun.
Well, we're both
putting-
big RAZZ fans. That's how we got together on this.
Right. And and we've just wanted to tell, present this story. I mean, again, I think that's why we're also having we were struggling with what we should cut out. And then we were just like, let's not cut anything.
Well,
I'm
the
kidding.
Thing is,
kidding people.
Exactly.
It's not just, there's going to be a narrative presentation.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because we probably have 20 hours of raw footage.
Well, it's a chunk. Any project I've ever done always has a lot, except for Heavy Metal Parking Lot.
Right.
Didn't have much at all. But no, I think that's just standard for any film,
Absolutely.
any documentary, especially in this day and age when you're good grief. Now it's all going to a card or not even tape, but you can fill up hard drives, which I guess we have done.
Yeah, I think, how much is it? It's hundreds of gigabytes of material. And
and that's just, again, any film project, any filmmaker, any documentary producer knows that struggle, and clearly editing is part of it, and cutting material. And
absolutely,
that just goes with the territory. But again, with the we've been able to, I think, come up with a bit of a opportunity here and a chance to be more liberal and generous with what we can show. And
right.
So we hope people are able to make their schedule plan to be here. And,
well, they have 90 days. They can change their schedule.
Yeah. And we've kind of been, we kind of teased people, I think, with this idea that we were doing it, and hopefully they got the message. And, there's always going to be conflict, and, it's regrettable that, and especially now that the things have opened up by and large. So, but we hope that people will be able to attend and be here and take part in this. Certainly, everybody connected with RAZZ and the RAZZ story and the RAZZ family.
Absolutely.
We want as many people to be able to attend, and reunite, if you will, have a reunion and a celebration.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. So first off, we have exclusive content that nobody else has. That's one of the things we have. We have some surprises. We're not going to discuss them today. You're going to find out when you attend the documentary. And it'll not just be RAZZ fans attending a movie. There'll be time to gather in the lobbies, to talk to each other. We haven't seen each other for a long time. RAZZ. Some members of RAZZ are going to be there. I'm not going to say any more than that, but of course they will be. Michael Reedy and Doug Tull were both at our first screening. Shapir from the Keg was at our first screening.
Shapur was there.
Shapur
was at the yeah. Mark Noon.
Right.
Jim Krenka.
Right. So we expect
we had. Yeah, and I think everybody enjoyed the feedback was really positive at that.
Yes, and it was a full room. It was a full house.
Right. Yeah, Mark Eisenberg, the DC Music Salon, created that. So that was
that was nice. That was real nice. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was,
I mean, that was I don't think he's doing that anymore, but it was a great opportunity at the time. It was a chance. We launched what we were doing and, kicked it off.
Right. Right. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So that threw a monkey wrench into scheduling for everybody, not just us. So
It sure did. Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah. It was definitely kind of yeah, just wow, it's hard to believe. But hey,
yeah,
but and everything does take time, as anybody involved in this knows. But
absolutely,
really,
absolutely,
this is it's great, and really thanks to everybody for their support and patience and ongoing interest with this. And
absolutely.
we'll
I mean,
continue to keep um, everyone informed on the Facebook and page and anything related.
well, I remember
So
when we first started the Facebook page. I remember I was excited when we got 100 members. Right now we have
right,
365. Now we have 365. So that's a lot of people, and that's everybody's not on Facebook, and a lot of people will be bringing their better half with them, right?
I
So,
hope so.
well, for
It's
example,
not,
I don't think
it's not,
Bill Craig's on our Facebook group, right?
I'm not sure. I don't think he's on Facebook.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. So he's just an example. There's people that are fans of RAZZ that are not on Facebook. Kim Kane's not on Facebook. So there's
right,
another person.
right.
So there's people that will reach beyond just the Facebook group, but the Facebook group is our main place.
No,
Yeah.
but no, that's a given, absolutely. But also we wanted to make sure we got the word out when AFI posted it. It's public. It's locked. It's on the schedule, and it's 3 hours. We're doing our director's cut, and
Yes.
again, it's not 3 hours of sitting and watching, but it's
No,
3 hours
it's not.
of
Celebrating
having
RAZZ. It's 3 hours of celebrating RAZZ.
right.
You know,
Exactly.
it'll be
And it's longer than 90 minutes. So
yeah.
it'll but again, it was really kind of funny that we both kind of we just were, what do we take, what are we going to take out? What are we going to cut?
Yeah, we were thinking, okay, are we going to have another screening with shorts or outtakes? No. There's too much good stuff in here. And people that you haven't seen perhaps or heard from for maybe for years. Well, they're probably going to be in this documentary. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's great. I'm glad, that we're, being able to make this announcement. I don't think I'll have much more to say.
No, that's all.
Make sure you're put on April 29th, Saturday, April 29th.
You can buy tickets right now. You can buy tickets right now, right?
Yes, it's exactly. And the start time, I mean, it begins at 5:30, not, what I mean? I mean, that's when our
block of time
begins. Right.
Right.
But, and as we move forward into the next 90 days, it's, we'll just keep further details.
No, absolutely. So
we'll be running, screaming for the hills if we. I'm kidding. Yeah, you'll find me hiding at my desk. But no, it's it's great. I mean,
it is, Jeff. We've been
this. We could just talk about this endlessly. We could do it. We have actually worked, virtually. It's more productive, I think, when you're in person. But
it absolutely is. It absolutely is.
Oh, you know what? There's a tiny URL. I think I sent you that on. Yeah, you can put a tiny URL up. That's what they call it. It's a tiny URL.
Yeah.
It's on your face. It's on your email. Do you want me to send it to you? Or do you
no, it's not. Hold on. Let me pull it up. But the thing is that the main thing is people. Okay, let me pull it up here. The main thing is people copy Let me see if this is.
You can Google AFI Silver.
Yeah, silverafi.com. But let me paste this up.
They've actually created a
here we
Facebook
go.
page too.
Here we go. There you go.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Yeah.
RAZZ the Doc AFI. Excellent. I'm excited. I want to see it in the theater. I've never seen it in the theater. Neither one of us have. So on the big screen, RAZZ on the big screen.
Yeah. Everything looks great. It's exciting to have that chance to, and it's in the big theater too, which is really cool.
Oh, very good. Very good. Now, do you think we should save Reedy a seat? Do you think we should save him a seat, maybe in the center up front, or just?
There'll be plenty of seats. Well, not plenty of seats available, but there'll be options for everybody, all the guests will make sure they have a prime seat.
Okay.
Location. So
there's Jane. She said she's so excited. Of course.
Hi, Jane.
Of course. This is good news. We are excited. We hope everybody else is. We know everybody else is because we've been in the group for years, talking about stuff and doing live streams. And so this is it. This is the big one.
Yeah. It's, and again, I'm just going to mention that it's part of a series of rock related local Washington area, Maryland, DMV, I don't know what you call it, regional rock music.
Yep.
Films.
Yep.
Presentations.
This is the one.
And so be sure to, we'll put the flyer up maybe, or and also you can see, most of their promotion is done, I think, online now, but there is a flyer for it. And I might as well tell everybody. I mean, the first one is We Are Fugazi from Washington, D.C. It's a curated presentation of crowdsourced video of the band and performance. And that's been very popular. It's had 3 sellouts already. That begins February 11th. And then there's a program we're calling Shorts and Docs and Rock and Roll. Imagine, where that title was inspired from, Ian Dury's song. But it's called Shorts and Docs and Rock and Roll. And that's Sunday, February 19th. And there's a short, actually, there's a program about the Hangman. We're screening also Punk and Tomatoes, a series I was involved with. We're showing some new material with that. It's a hodgepodge. It's a collection of different shorts. And then concludes with our RAZZ the documentary, the director's cut.
Director's cut. It's so
2 months
later. It's scheduled for 5:30. I guess doors are open probably at 5, something like that. People can come and hang out and talk and chat.
Well, yeah, that's what's neat about the theater is, of course it's open. They have a bar and a bit of a. It's not, they sell food, not just popcorn,
right?
Or at least they have beer and wine as well as so it's kind of a nice spot, and it's right in downtown Silver Spring. So there's a couple record stores nearby.
Oh, is that right?
And right, there's one across the street, and Joe's Record Paradise is nearby.
Okay.
And what's the one? Record Exchange. It's across the street. And,
okay.
And then restaurants are nearby. It's in
walking distance.
Walking distance. And parking. Plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. Yep.
And a great big Art Deco movie theater.
Yeah. So the first time that the Howling Mad played was right around the corner from there. And it wasn't originally supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be the Reactions, I think, and then it turns into the Howling Mad with Abad and Michael Reedy and Doug Tall reuniting for the first time since RAZZ, since the days of RAZZ, or since the RAZZ reunions anyway. Right around the corner from that. And then the last time I was at that theater was to see a David Lynch movie. I forget which one it was.
Oh, Inland Empire. Was
Inland Empire. Yeah, Inland Empire.
Did you go when David Lynch was appearing?
No, I didn't know about it till after that was already over, or it was sold out or whatever. I didn't know he was going to be there. I mean, because who thinks David Lynch is going to come from L.A. to Silver Spring? It was like, okay, I'd never in a million years expected that. But anyway,
he grew up here, or he's from here. I don't know.
Well, Alexandria, Virginia and stuff. And
right. He spent his high school. He graduated from.
He went to some art school in D.C., whatever it was, Corcoran or something.
Corcoran.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I mean, you just don't, people think L.A., New York, L.A., Paris, New York for filming, for Cannes Film Festival. You don't think of Silver Spring. So the thing was, that was before Twin Peaks Season 3 was announced.
Did he go to Corcoran? I thought he went to Philadelphia. Well, it doesn't, whatever.
No, he had something to do with Corcoran, whether he did showings there or something like that. Something local, maybe it was paintings, I don't remember. No, he lived in Philadelphia when he did Eraserhead. That's where he filmed it, but it took years. But anyway, that was the last time I was down to AFI, and it was, pretty cool. Like you said, the parking's right there. Everything's in walking distance, restaurants and stuff. So, people can get there at 5:00 and we'll just start showing it. So this guy says Lynch started with an AFI grant. There you go.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Very appropriate. Yeah. Very appropriate.
Yeah, but I know he went to high school. I thought, he's got his young formative years was here in Alexandria. I mean, I know people who Michael Clark, who the artist Clark knows him still, and they were friends. But anyway, I don't want to go. We don't need to go into that. Go off too far off the rails here. But this is great. I know you were eager to do a live stream to announce it, and so it's great that we have finally done that.
No, I wanted to be the first. I wanted to be the first. I didn't want somebody else, trumping us on and making this big announcement, because it is a big announcement. So,
well, I mean, I don't think anybody would have been trying to, they just would have seen the public. They would have just seen the schedule on AFI and just been well-intentioned putting it out there. I don't think anybody, but I think we, it's great that we were able to, we're waiting for it to be scheduled. Well, no, take that back. It's been scheduled. It just hadn't been on the calendar or ticket sale. Everything was kind of concurrent. It's on the calendar.
Everything exactly.
So we were waiting for that to go public. Yep. So or at least be available, and that was, again, just I hope everybody can make arrangements with their schedule. We understand some people won't be able to be there, but they'll be there in spirit, and of course, we'll be able to keep everybody informed of as things progress. And this is our next screening after
Absolutely.
Our first and only work in progress, which we did.
So it says, I just looked it up. It said David Lynch landed in Alexandria early 1960s, where he attended Francis C. Hammond High School and also started taking Saturday classes at the Corcoran School of Arts and Design. See, he did go to Corcoran. Okay. That's where he started. That was like high school level. And then he went to Boston after that. And he ended up somehow in Philadelphia when he was married and stuff. And all the trauma of having a child and, Eraserhead, that whole thing. So.
The neighborhood, either the neighborhood he lived in or the neighborhood where he made it in Philadelphia, it's referred to as the Eraserhood. So
there you go.
I know somebody who has an art space there.
In the
Eraserhood.
Okay.
Yeah, in a former mausoleum.
Is that
it's
right?
called the Philadelphia.
Well,
yeah, right. It's the Philadelphia. It's a museum of Philamoka. Eric Bressler is a programmer. It's great. He does a great job, and I've screened there, and he's a terrific guy. And it's in a former mausoleum, and it's in the neighborhood known as the Eraserhood.
There you go.
So
yeah. Yep. All right.
Thank you, everybody. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at. I'm not seeing the Facebook, but I'm glad that we were able to. Again, thank you, everyone, for your continued support and continued interest, and looking forward to having you part of this.
Here's the Facebook
event.
group. Here you go. It's Facebook group. We're live on there. So fantastic. I'm excited.
I don't have my proper glasses. I'm supposed to wear computer glasses.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can make it out, but it's I can see it. I just
sure, absolutely.
I believe it's like
absolutely.
I'm glad that this is the technology can make this could be the the film. This is coming on we could actually make people watch something like this on well, now it's like the Zoom. Look, the presentation we're doing, the Fugazi presentation, we're doing a lot of Zoom. Well, not Zoom, but we're doing interviews with people and have done it. Well, didn't we do some of that with our project? We did some
of
work
course.
that way.
Of course.
So it's like the technology's there. It's amazing what you can
and
do.
The quality is really good now.
Right. You can actually create, do interviews like this, and the technology is remarkable to be able
Absolutely is. Absolutely.
do a whole film, and people are more comfortable with this. So.
Yep. All right.
Well, well, thanks, Richard. Thank you.
Absolutely, Jeff.
And thank you, everybody, for ongoing interest. And thank you, RAZZ. Thank you, RAZZ. Thank you, members of RAZZ. And everybody we've interviewed who are been patient, went on camera,
been patient,
and are hopefully I'm confident we'll be rewarded with what we come up with and in this upcoming celebration.
Absolutely.
All right. I hope everybody's 2023 has been off to a good start. And, everybody I was at the Tex Rabinowitz and the Bad Boys reunion, and everybody was enjoying that. And hopefully everybody there will want to come out and, enjoy this and take part. It's certainly been great fun to revisit those days, thanks to Robbie White and keeping things going on his Forbidden Alliance radio show, and Steve Lorber and on the radio, and we can start naming everybody, but
we do want to talk, especially thanks Steve Lorber, because we did a lot of interviews at his place. He was very gracious.
Absolutely, yes, indeed.
Yep. It was convenient for both you and I, and for the guests, so it worked out really well.
So anyway, thank you. I'll
be in touch.
I'll go get another cup of coffee.
There you go. All right, everybody. Right. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Jeff. I will talk to you offline.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. See you on April 29th.
Absolutely, if not before. Bye.